Yo guys, what is up? I hope you guys are all having a good day. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to quickly go over how you can add 50K a month in 3 months. I'm going to guide you through the exoskeleton, show you basically what you need to keep in mind. So stick around to the end of the video because I got some juicy facts for you. In this space, it's like the norm for people to tell you that, yo, you can get into the game, immediately make 10K in however months, however much time, and get instant results. And that's such a lie. Like it's not a lie. It's doable, but it's so blown out of proportion that people think that literally the only reason people come into this space is to make that dream 10K, hop on in, make a bunch of money really quickly without any work, hop out and say, "Oh, I made 10K and make the next YouTube video." Simply that's not the case. In this sport, I'd like to call it, just like any other entrepreneurship game, any other business, you have to put in the work. You cannot expect to just come here, make a bunch of money, and hop out. That's not how it goes. You're going to have to put in hours, countless hours every single day, put a lot of effort in, do a lot of outreach, make sure you're known, make all these videos, let the market know who you are, what you do, show that you got what you got, and that's how it goes. You can't just expect to, sign your first client from absolutely no work put in. So let's dive in a little bit to what that would look like for you. So let's say hypothetically that your average ticket price is $4,000 per month. That's what you charge any client that you work with, and that's probably the industry standard at this point. If you go a little bit lower, you can do like 3K at least 2,500, but anything lower than that at that point, you're basically competing with the market basically by saying, "Oh, I have the lowest price and I can do this and that," and that's when it starts getting into a rabbit hole of like an absolute downfall because you're now shooting yourself in the foot. So let's say you'll need about 13 clients to reach that goal. And again, remember, this is not a get rich quick scheme. None of this is. This is you have to put in the effort. So 50K in 3 months, it's doable if you put in the hard work. That's what I want to get out of the picture, that the thought of, yo, I need to basically do nothing and get results. No, that's not the case. You need to put in hard work and you need to make sure that you're doing it consistently every single day. So what do you actually need? You need to sign consistently 4 clients per month. So new clients per month. To do that, you'll need at least 26 sales calls. And let's say your closing rate is 15%, just to be like, safe with it. Like your closer could be 20, your closer could be 25, it could be 30, etc. But let's say it's 15%. You have a 75% show up rate. That means you need 34 sales calls to sign 4 clients. Right? So let's say 7.5% of every warm lead becomes a meeting. That means that you have to have 453 warm leads a month consistently every single month to reach this target number. Without that, you're done for. Like, you'll be making some money, but you're not going to get up to that scale, because this is what you need consistently every single month. 453 warm leads coming in all the time. 2 to 5% of every prospect you DM becomes a warm lead. So that means you have to do so much volume. Not like the little minuscule amount that you were doing before, because a lot of people will push, you need to do 40 messages, etc., etc. No, you have to be making anywhere between 18,000 to 9,000 messages per month to prospects consistently. If you're not doing those numbers, then this target number right here is going to be so much harder for you to reach because you're not pushing out volume. What do I mean by warm lead? So in terms of a warm lead, our outreach process is a bit different. When we're reaching out, we're not necessarily selling them up front. We're not pitching prospects immediately. We first come at them with free value, make sure we build up that rapport. The conversation flows a little bit different, but instead of being a quote unquote cold prospect, you get leverage from the start. So meaning that it turns into a warm lead, basically either immediately or faster down the line instead of like going through a whole process. But with that being said, the volume of outreach, let's dive into exactly what you should be doing. Because like I said, Don't come into this game thinking that you can send 40 messages a day and be set. No, you're literally not even going to be seen. And you'll hear me saying this in every single video because that's just the truth. I'm trying to get that voice in your head that tells you, "Oh no, 40 messages is okay," out of your head, because that is simply not true. Whoever tells you that, they're basically setting you up for failure. It's terrible. So, volume of outreach needed to be rich in 90 days. You need to send, again, 18,000, not 1,800, 18,000 messages to 9,000 messages per month with consistency every single day, every single month for the next 3 months, for the next 90 days. So, let's say you have a 2% warm lead rate. That's 18,000 divided by 24. That's 700 messages per day that you need to be sending to reach this type of volume. 5% warm lead rate, great. 9,000 messages divided by 24 days of work. That's 375 messages per day at least. Bare minimum. That is your bare minimum. That's your break even. You cannot send anything below that, or else the target dream of 50K per month in 3 months is not doable for you. Or is doable, but will be so much harder than it needs to be. The outreach channels that you pick from now, you can either do all of these or pick 2. I suggest picking 2 because if you're in the beginning, if you're just hopping into SMMA, you have your structure set up, but you don't necessarily have the biggest team, or you're doing everything yourself right now. First of all, you need 2 appointment setters. You need at least 1 appointment setter. If you don't have that, then this is just a dream for you, because if you're doing this yourself and trying to do everything else in your business, trying to find the leads, trying to source the audience, trying to book sales calls, getting on meetings while doing this type of volume, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to stop wanting to do SMMA. You're going to stop wanting to do anything doing with marketing agencies or marketing in general. If you're doing short form content, you're going to want to stop completely, full stop, dead. But for channels wise, let's say you have an appointment setter, you could throw, if you have 1, you could throw 1 or 2 channels at them. If you have 2, you could have a little more leverage. But basically, with 2, you'll be hitting 750 messages per day. That's what you need. So 150 messages per day on IG and emails, 100 to 150 messages per day on Facebook, in a Facebook group, interacting, giving free value, going into the DMs. Twitter, 50 to 75 messages per day, and each one would be a little bit different because each platform has their own restrictions. You don't want to get your accounts banned. But that is in a day. So with 2 appointment setters, you can cover this easily. 375 messages per day minimum should not be a problem at all. But doing this by yourself will kill you. Doing this by yourself while handling everything else on your back is basically a losing man's game from the start. And this is like I said, what I was saying before is this is what most people do. And this leads to detrimental struggle. Most people think that you can send 40 messages a day. So 1,000 to 2,000 messages a month, which is 4 to 10 times longer, times 3 months, 2 years longer than getting results with this approach. 2 years, 14 to 24 months. That's insanity. By that time, the rest of the market is going to be so far ahead of you that you're literally going to be playing by yourself in your little sand pit, trying to build a marketing agency. It's not going to work. You're going to get left in the dust. So in order to stay relevant and to compete with the market that we're currently in 2023, you need to be sending out crazy amounts of volume. This should be a normal for you. 40 messages a day is not going to cut it. My last video, I said it's like brushing a diamond with a feather. You're not going to get anything done. And you're going to be pulling out your hair. If you want gray hairs, great. This is for you. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. You'll be an old man by the time 2 years pass. What is actually needed? You need 2 outreach channels. And like I said, you can have a 3rd, you can have a 4th if you have the capacity for it. If you're able to do that, that's great. So for example, you could do IG and Facebook, you could do Twitter and IG, you could do Twitter and emails, you could do Facebook and emails, etc., etc. There's a bunch of different combinations. You just pick the channels that your target audience is on. But you need 2 outreach specialists minimum. You need a VA, that's a trained appointment setter, or you need a growth specialist that's a little bit more advanced. that'll help you even more because they can push a lot more volume with consistency and they have a lot more personalized messages, etc., etc. Either way, you need 2 of them minimum. One is like, you're still doing work yourself throughout this entire process, but one is like, it's a lot harder. With 2, yeah, this is you'll reach those numbers. You need a Facebook group, Facebook groups. Let me put that in there to make sure people don't get it confused. You need Facebook groups so that those setters and those growth specialists can come in, scrape that audience Facebook groups, get engaged, start providing value, and that's where your warm leads are going to come from. Those are where the messages are going to go out. That's where you're going to get your prospects. And you need a content schedule. So with these growth specialists, with these appointment setters that are VAs that are trained, this will give you time. So now you can really focus, because this is important for you as a marketer, for you as an agency owner. Your face needs to be out there. I don't understand why you want to do marketing. You say you do marketing, which is everything to do with the online social space, and your face is not online. Like, you're one of those people like that has their account on private with no profile picture, and your bio says marketing agency. Who are you marketing to? No one can see you. So what's the point? You need to be pushing out content. This is your new form of outreach. For you personally, content is now your form of outreach. You should be having no less than 3 pieces of content per week. Schedule it how you want. You can do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It doesn't matter. As long as you're pushing out at least 3 pieces of content per week. Distribute it on every social platform. So you put it on Facebook, you put it on IG, you put it on Twitter, you put it on LinkedIn, you put it on TikTok. If you want to put it on TikTok, you can throw it even on Snapchat. I don't know. It's a little strange platform, but every platform that people have eyeballs on, YouTube even, YouTube, very important. Put your content out there. This can be YouTube shorts, this can be full-blown YouTube videos, this can be IG reels, TikTok reels, etc., etc., etc. 2-step posts. Put content out there. The more, the better. If 3 pieces of content is cake for you, if you're really good at editing, then put out more content. The more content that people see from you, the better, because they see you as an authority. You know what you're talking about. They know who you are. You're not just a deadbeat person saying, things that don't really stick. They see your face. You're building that authoritative presence. You need to provide the market with what the market is looking for and charge the right price for it. Provide the market with your solution through content, through volume and outreach, because this is what will get you to success. If you want to hit 50K a month in 3 months' time, you have to put in the work. I sound like a broken record, but you have to put in the work. The dream state that you're in that is telling you that 10K per month is easy, you should erase that dream state from your mind. That is a lucid dream. The reality is that in order to get to where you want to be, in order to hit 10K, in order to hit 20K, it is a lot of work. You have to put in the work. You're not going to get these types of results with minuscule, outreach and minimal effort. Like, you wake up and you feel like sending 40 messages. No, you have to be on the game 24/7. You got to turn into the LeBron James of this space, because that's what you need. So, again, I don't want to make this too long, but make sure that the main thing that you get from this is you need to be sending volume, and you have to be consistent, and you have to be dedicated. And in order to do that, get yourself growth specialists, get yourself trained appointment setters, or else you're going to be drowning in your workday. You're going to be going back to your 9 to 5. Make sure you're blowing people up on every single platform, or at least 2 platforms. If you have more leverage, then do it. Don't be afraid. Don't let people tell you that you can't, because if you have more capacity and you have like free time in the day, then yeah, go ahead. Put it out. Put out content. Make sure people see who you are. If I don't see you on my Instagram reels, then how am I going to know about what you do? Or how is the prospect going to know about what you do, your target market? So make sure you're on the game 24/7. And like I said, I hope you get some value from this. I hope this is helpful in some way. I'll leave me and my brother's socials. If for anybody that doesn't know, me and my brother run our own marketing agency called Next Gen Scaling, where we basically help people do this. But if you got any value from this, leave some comments down below and let me know what you think. But besides that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be back with some more content soon.